Hey guys, Wayback Rewind here. In 2006, Panasonic introduced the first ever camcorder that recorded only to SDHC memory card in Full HD 1440 by 1080, and it was completely tapeless. There was no other mechanism such as a hard drive or a DVD. This camcorder is widely recognized as the first modern HD camcorder. Coming up next, here on Wayback Rewind. The Panasonic HDC SD1 was introduced in the fall of 2006. It became available in Japan in December of that year. It was introduced in the US in 2007, but it's not very popular here. I had to have this one imported from Japan, and it worked on day one, but it quickly turned into a brick. So I ordered a second one. The second one works perfectly fine. Well, almost. It has a stuck lens cap, but that does not affect the functionality of the camera. The Panasonic SD1 features a 12x zoom lens, a 5.1 surround microphone, and a trio of 1/4 inch 560,000 pixel CCDs. It also has a 3-inch 16:9 LCD, but it's not a touchscreen. The signature feature of this camera is recording to an SD card. The SDHC standard was brand new for 2006, but unfortunately, SD cards only came in 4 gigabytes at that time. In 2006, only the Panasonic brand batteries would work in this camera, but the aftermarket eventually caught up, and aftermarket batteries now work perfectly fine in here. And this is the same battery that was used several years later after that. So I have several batteries that will work in this camera. Well, that's different. It's complaining about the card again. Got a 4 gig. Should be happy with that. If only I could figure out how to get it into English, if there is English. It is working. Awesome. Let's see if there's an English option on here. I see language. That's a good sign. English. I had no idea whether there would be English or not, so I don't have to brush up on my Japanese quite so much. Thank you. So in terms of features, this camera had several ports on it that were very useful. Of course, there's the SD card slot, and also you had the standard Sony audio-video connection, plus a component video, and a microphone input, which is always useful, and a DC charging port. The battery's internal, which is kind of unusual for a camcorder. On the right side of the camera, you had a door, which reveals a full-size HDMI and the really old-school USB. The full-size HDMI is kind of unusual on cameras of this era. One nice thing about this camera, it has very good thermal management. It has a small fan, and you can see this inlet here, and on the rear of the camera, there's an outlet. so you can shoot as long as you want or as long as you have battery and space on the SD card. Speaking of SD card, the main problem with this camera is that the SDHC standard at this time only had 4 gigabytes. Now at the highest quality mode, which they called HF for some reason, it would take 1 gigabyte for every 10 minutes of video. So those 4 gigabyte cards would only hold 40 minutes of video. Now that's not terrible, but at the time that these cards came out, a 4 gigabyte card cost about $200. So the other problem is that the data rate on the AVCHD was only 13 megabits per second. Now, high definition on HDV tape was a healthy 25 megabits per second, so people were very disappointed, and the computers of this era really struggled with the AVCHD codec because everything had migrated to MPEG-2, and that is what really made this camcorder challenging as the first of its kind. Now today, you can buy a 32 gigabyte card for very little money, and the AVCHD is no problem for a modern computer. And so this camera is actually better now than it was back in the day. And those 3 CCDs have global shutter, so there's no rolling shutter. So this camera in many ways is just as modern as any camera you could buy today, even though it is 19 years old. So there you have it, the Panasonic HDC SD1, the first of its kind, the very first modern camcorder.
I saw you carrying your camera, and then I look back. You were walking to the building.
Well, I was taking pictures of this beautiful RV, which I didn't know existed.
Yeah, but it's out here for people to take a look at. You can check it out as part of our fleet.
Oh, okay.
We just got it, so.
You just got it?
We just got
It's
it.
got that new RV smell. So I'm here in the NASA RV, which I didn't know we had. Apparently it's new.
I'm Tom Canning, Chief of Logistics at Johnson Space Center. I work in the Center Operations Directorate, and we had a need for a mobile business office, which we call the Office Machine, also known as Tom. But yeah, so we found this on an access website with the government. We share with other government agencies when we have items to access, and we acquired this from FEMA. And all we had to do was pay for the shipping to get it here. It's a 2005 Coachman RV. It's been modified for 5 desks up front and 4 workstations. And in the back, a conference table for 4 individuals.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful RV. I was telling everyone, I had a 2007 Class C motorhome, which I drove all the way to Alaska from Houston, and I loved it, but I let it sit outside for too long and the roof went bad, and it cost more to repair than it was worth, so I got rid of it. But I am an RV enthusiast. I really love this beautiful Class A.
You have these solid sliding doors, so you can have some privacy. Those NASA top secret conversations.
That's really cool.
You'll have the security clearance.
Hi, I'm Kaylin Moore.
And you're here in the wonderful NASA RV.
Yes, I am.
And what is your role associated with the RV?
I am the logistics division admin, so I just help out wherever I need to be.
Oh, okay.
Tom Canning really directs me in whichever way I need help him out. I'm his right hand.
Okay. I'm willing to be a paid right hand. I want to pay to support this beautiful vehicle. But thank you.
Yeah, if we ever need somebody, we'll definitely reach out.
All right, thanks.
Thank you for visiting Johnson Space Center.